Hello, World of Tank Blizzard. It's Littlefinger. Hey, doing a full tank review on the Conway Tier 9 British TD. Yes, this is a turreted TD. Actually quite fun to drive. We'll get into it here in just a minute. House cleaning 6.3 just dropped yesterday. New European line. So far. But I need you guys to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have hit that subscribe button, thank you. Please pass on word. Really want to get to 5K here. It's September 2019. So, about this tank. Why do I like it so much? Well, if you look at it straight out of the box when you first buy it, you've got a Tier 5 engine and you've got a Tier 10 gun. Well, all right, so you're a little bit slower. But if you look at this 120 millimeter gun, you don't really lose anything, in my opinion. You can play this tank with either gun. You look at it, your AP number is actually higher. Your HE number is higher. Obviously, your damage is going to be lower. But as I said, you can certainly play it with this gun. It's not a tank where you have to have every single upgrade to make it a good tank. Now, granted, the first upgrade I would recommend is the engine. You're going to get 2.75 degrees extra on your traverse speed, and that is just 17 degrees. It's just absolutely horrible. You know, I haven't even sprung yet for the Tier 9 tracks. We're going to get that up to 24 here shortly. Some other unique features. Obviously want to point out the armor on this tank is not great. 76 mil on your hull on the front, 51 on the side, 38 on the back. The turret, 132 on the front, 95 on the side, and 37 on the back. So the nice thing is you do have the spaced armor on the skirts there. And the other nice thing is if we let me look in the provisions here. Something new for the British TDs is the spall liner. Highly recommended. You're going to get a lot of people shooting HE at you, and that's going to cut down 20% of their damage off the top. Consumables, another new feature. You know I always run repair kit, multi-purpose, and adrenaline, but now you can see improved engine boost. You definitely need this in this tank. It really helps if you need to get out of a sticky situation or to help you turn faster. Comes in very handy. Have not used the reticle calibration. To me, that's not worth 15 seconds. You know, that's barely 2 shots with this tank. So, yeah, not too worried about that, in my opinion. Stepping into looking at equipment here, you can see I am running calibrated shells just to get those penetration numbers up a little bit higher on the big gun, which I really didn't talk about. Obviously, the big feature here is HESH. You're losing a little bit in your pen, but you're actually gaining on your damage. And remember, typically with premium ammo, you lose damage and gain pen. Not so on the British TD here with HESH. So yeah, let me go back and finish equipment, defense system, camouflage net, enhanced gun laying drive, improved assembly. I really don't think that we have enough armor to worry about 4% extra. Engine accelerator and refined gun is the way I am currently running this. All right, guys, here is blitzhanger.com. A lot of useful information here. We're going to run through the Conway. As you can see, we've got the 120 millimeter gun set up. And this is comparing it to the other Tier 9 TDs. And, you know, if you're looking at the firepower, it doesn't look good. But when we go against all the Tier 9 tanks, you'll see these numbers start to look much better. And that's why I think that this tank can handle itself out of the box without any upgrades. But then when we switch over to the BL 5.5, the main reason to do that is to look at the HESH, and then we see all of these numbers. And obviously this is comparing all TDs to their premium ammunition. So Damage per minute is going to be the top, penetration top, damage top. Yeah, just straight on down the line here. If we compare that to all tanks at tier 9, you know, we're still looking pretty good on the damage there. So just wanted to point that out. Let me just switch it back here to all TDs, just so we're comparing it to other TDs. Obviously, dispersion is not great when moving and rotating and all of that stuff. 10 degrees of gun depression is very good. And we get down here into mobility, and all of these speed numbers are really good, except when you start getting down here into your traverse speeds. And then so you get here into the armor profiles, and as you can see, we've got spaced armor on the front, and a lot of yellows and light oranges, which means not a lot of armor. So keep that in mind as we head into battle. Alright guys, first game, top tier, Falls Creek. I have the 120 millimeter gun loaded here, and my thinking is that, you know, I'm not really equipped to fight here at the bridge. I'm certainly not a tank with any form, shape, or whatever of armor. So I'm going to push on to the right, and well, I thought I was going to be helping to sport the T-49, but apparently he does not want to be coming this way. I think he does later. No, I know he does later. But anyway, you can see, so top speed, straight line, not too bad. Obviously, this is with the top engine, but not the top tracks. So you'll notice how slow this tank turns, and it is pretty painful. We're going to push on up to the corner, get behind this bush, and hope that we see somebody over here, because we don't want a 7-on-3 or 4 situation on the other side. And you can see we've found the other Conway. He has got the big gun, I believe. Reload right at 7.8 seconds. Average damage on your AP is going to be 400. Yag Tiger's pushing forward, and you know, we're able to penetrate there, no problems. We do get a nice shot in here just before he turns into the side. That was pretty fortunate. You know, one of the things that is nice about this gun is you have over 1,000 on your shell velocity. Now this guy is just taking up this entire space and just not letting me get in here to get a shot. He does get killed pulling too far forward there at the end. And you can see that just super slow there turning. Now we've got the batch out. I thought, well, maybe I can shoot HE into that hatch. Nope. Only 170 in damage. We are going to bounce one of those 2 shots. He's on a reload now, so just trying to keep him from getting past us. And here we go. Look at this turning radius. It's not good. And oops, we drove over that car, and auto aim did not help us aim whatsoever there. Probably not a shot you miss on PC. You're probably locked in on the back, and you don't miss that shot. So yeah, now what do I do? Do I really want to be chasing a bat chat? No, not really. But we get lucky and snapshot that one in there. And thankfully he's going to come around for another shot, and we'll finish him off. Now it looks like a close match, 4-on-4. Here we are, turning. 4-on-3. You know, my lack of speed, you know, I really can't help out too much. Those 2 guys down there, I can put a couple shots into these slow-moving tanks as they cross over the bridge, but unfortunately my reload here is just not enough. IS-3 is going to drop off, and I don't think I got that one to go in. and they all just push on the last remaining tank, leaving me here all alone. So 4-on-1, gonna hit the engine boost, and yeah, no joke, Bat Chat. I'm pretty sure that they saw that the cap was going off, but we've got to get space and see if we can't use our hit points to our advantage. Now that shot right there could actually become the difference in the game. Thought that I had aimed that in quite nicely. I am spotted, and you know, I'm just deciding how am I going to handle this. So anyway, you know, you probably hasn't even noticed at this point in time, but we're up over 3,000 damage. Now I know that one of those tanks has got a good bit of health. Mutant's going to come over the top. We're going to trade shots, or either the Tortoise got me there. Not sure which. But I was hoping to make a run for it here to my right when IS-8, and this is unfortunate. We track him but don't do any damage. And so this is, to me, the nice thing about having this gun. You can reload pretty quickly. You're doing pretty good damage. There's the Tortoise. We've got him spotted back up. I think my only chance here is to finish him off. But the time between that shot and my next one is he's able to reload and finish me off. And like I said, if I'd have got that other Tortoise shot in there sooner, it might have been a different game. We might have been able to outmaneuver that IS-5. But we did 4,700 damage, 4 kills, and I can't complain about that. I mean, that's a good game that you should win. All right, guys, second game, Alpine Stad. You can see here I am bottom tier, and still using the 120 millimeter gun with the about 8.7 second reload time. And to me, you know, one of the reasons that I say that this tank can be played straight out of the box is that I think this reload time and this amount of damage really works well in this game. Yeah, the Top Gun has more damage per minute, but there's a lot of times where you don't need 600 alpha, or a reload time, you know, in the 12 second, 13 seconds is just too long. So you can see how this game's playing out. I am way too far on the right. I am isolated from the rest of the team, but I don't want to be in the middle of the map, you know, because that's just a recipe from getting shot from multiple directions. And so here we see the first red pop up. So I'm thinking, you know, they might have gone through the city. Oh, now grill pops up. Let's take a quick peek around the corner here. Let's see if we can get an HE shot into him. Yeah, now I'm spotted. And maybe he's the only one. No, not going to be so lucky. Unfortunately there, in trying to put out that fire, I left HE on. And you can see here, I am about to get swarmed. Got a TD below. Luckily, we dodged that bullet. Not sure how. Literally dodged the bullet. And as we're taking him out, we take the grill out. And now we're just going to try to make this guy spin and miss again. I'm going to hit the adrenaline, but the engine boost. But problem is I can't turn fast enough to keep him to my side. So now he's in the front. We get another shot into him. Unfortunately, I missed this kill shot there. And obviously I wasn't going to last much longer. But that was a situation where I was isolated. I had several tanks focused on me, and yet I was still able to do over 2,000 damage, and you'll see that, I guess partly by my distracting everybody there, our team came in and did a really good job and cleaned up. So bottom tier, getting beat up, still 2,000 damage in a short amount of time is why I like this bottom 120 millimeter gun. All right, guys, now top tier Middleburg with the BL 5.5. You can see it's a little bit shorter, a little bit thicker in the barrel there. We're going to fast forward this as we climb up the hill using our engine accelerator. So you can see it powers up nicely, and trying to get in here to get a shot. And as you can see, sticking to the outside. Feel like a broken record talking about outside, outside, outside. Yeah, we have a little problem there with the gun elevation, but we're able to back up and get a shot into the Panther. Good teamwork to get the Panther out. Now we just need to get the Patton out, and the reload here gets me. I don't think it's going to be quite that long, and end up shooting my own tank there. Wasted opportunity, which is another downside to a longer reload. Every shot counts a lot more when you've got 13.8 second reload versus 7-second reload. So one of the nice things here is we're coming down and using this hill for cover. Game's still pretty close at this point in time, but I want to point out this great shot here, threading the needle to finish off the Waffentrager there. Now, how about long distance? There is the T30, 400 roughly meters away, 300 and something. So yeah, you've got accuracy. And so we're going to hit the engine accelerator here, and we're just going to try to get in because obviously it's a 6-on-2 situation. Coming in here on the E75, trying to get as perpendicular as possible, put that shot in there, and move on to our next targets. M103, hoping to get the engine. Yes, we get the engine, but his hit points are taken down. And we only need 396 to finish him off, so good team effort there. But as you can see, the engine accelerator really comes in handy to get yourself back into the battle. 2313 there in damage on 5 quick shots. So here is the last game, Hemelsdorf, bottom tier. And you'll notice that in that last game, I'm not sure, I might have loaded Hesh one time. And it came in an instance where, number one, I didn't need it, and number two, I hit my own tank. So I didn't need it in the sense that another tank lowered my target below the 670 average damage. So if a tank's around 600, just shoot AP. If the tank's higher than that and you can pen, shoot Hesh. Pretty complicated, I guess, but you can see here, I'm going to be extremely cautious on this side. I do not want to pull out at all, just because of my lack of armor. And that's when I see, all right, they've got someone in A, they've already got B and D. We've got 2 tanks over here towards C, so let's go on and focus on whoever that was over there at A. When I see the guy pushing through the middle, and here comes Bat Chat, and I know he's going to come around the corner. I haven't been spotted yet, so I've got HE loaded, and just note that I am not going to shoot through that vehicle. I'm going to wait until he backs up, and then a 700 roll with HE. Now I've loaded it back to AP just because that's going to be plenty enough to kill him when here comes the leopard. So I'm going to switch back over to HE. Probably a bad idea as that shot was aimed and hit his tracks, and you can't shoot HE into tracks. It just does not do full damage. So here's me shooting Hesh when I don't need to. Again, bad choice on my part. AP round, cheaper and just as effective as Hesh in that case. And you know, sometimes you can just get overly reliant on shooting Hesh, and I'm gonna call myself out. Those were dumb moves. Both of those shots were dumb shots. They weren't the best decision. Obviously, heat of the moment, it's not easy, but here we go. Hesh on to the side of the 183 gives me a full max roll of 839. So yeah, that was nice. And he's going to turn just enough to let me get another shot in there, 672. So we have really hurt him. Now, we're going to extend out here in a second. I can't pen, so I'm just shooting Hesh just to get a little bit of damage. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I'd get more damage with HE or Hesh there, knowing that I'm not going to pen. But we're going to extend out too much, and look at this. We take one from the 183. I think that spall liner probably came in handy there, and our damage was only 515 or so that we took. But game is closing down, and it doesn't feel like I've done a lot. But when we finish this last shot off here and get another 600 damage, we surpass 4,000 damage, and I think that's just a testament to your alpha on this gun, and what I think is a really, really fun tank to drive. I'm really enjoying it. Outside of the really slow traverse speeds, this tank has a lot going for it. And especially having come up this line, you don't have armor, so you're used to it. It's not like it's a surprise. So playing it carefully, map awareness, knowing where everyone is, and learning to do better than I did there at choosing the right ammunition, you are going to succeed in this tank. So guys, enjoy this update. New tank lines to play. It's kind of funny seeing everyone at tier 1 and 2 in the exact same tank, but have fun out there. Stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.